اوكي، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. سنبدأ اليوم بحل سؤال رقم 10 exercise number 10. Chemical elements of the human body. This paragraph of this exercise talk about some elements that are found in the human body. We have an oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen. The most important element in the human body is oxygen. Carbon is the basic element of all organic cells. It is come in the second place. And the nitrogen element is a part of a functional protein. All the proteins are made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. In this table, we have two chemical elements, oxygen and calcium. The negative charged particle in oxygen is 8, number of negative charged particle in calcium 20. Nucleons mean it indicates the number of the mass number A. Negative charged particle indicates the number of electrons. The mass number of oxygen is 16 and for calcium is 40. We have also the following given. We have the relative charge of a proton is 1 plus and that of electron 1 minus. Part 1 gives the significance of a nucleon. What is meant by nucleons? Nucleons mean the mass number. We indicate the mass number, which is the number of particles in the nucleus. This is the significance of nucleons, which is mean number of protons and number of neutrons. And what is meant by the negative charged particle? The negative charged particles mean we have electrons, indicate the number of electrons in the electrons. Refer to table, answer the following question. Bill part 2, 2.1 specifies the atomic number. Since we have number of electrons is equal to 8 and 20 for calcium, and we know that number of electrons equal to number of protons in a neutral atom, so the atomic number of oxygen and calcium is 8. The atomic number of oxygen is 8 and that of calcium is 20. In a neutral atom, isn't to determine the atomic number, we must write in a neutral atom number of electrons equal number of protons, which is equal to the atomic number Z. Then the atomic number of oxygen is equal to 8 and that for calcium is equal to 20. Deduce the number of neutrons. Since we have the mass number in the table, 16 for oxygen and 40 for calcium, and already we find the value of the atomic number, we apply the relation A equal to Z plus N. So A is equal to Z plus N, so N equal to A minus Z. We must write what is meant by A, mass number, Z, atomic number, will N, number of newton. We must write the meaning of each one before the calculation of the newtons. Then for oxygen, N equal and the 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. For calcium Ca and equal 40, atomic mass number is 40 minus 20, atomic number is equal to 20. Part 3, write the electron configuration of calcium. Since calcium has 20 electrons as given in the table, so the electron configuration is K2, L8, M8. We have 18 electrons, 2, 8, 10, and 8, 18, and so N is equal to. So we have an electron configuration is K2, L8, M8, and 2. Identify the position of calcium in the periodic table. Okay, let's continue. Identify the position of calcium in periodic table. Identify, we must explain how to determine the position. Position, we have to find the row and the column of calcium. Row for calcium atom is we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 energy level. It is 0. We have 4 occupied energy level. To find the column indicates the number of valence electrons. Since calcium has 2 valence electrons, it is in column 2, since there are 2 valence electrons in the outer energy level. This is the position of calcium in periodic table, row for column 2. Okay, let's continue. Part 3. The calcium loses two electron and give a calcium ion. Write the ionization. To write the ionization equation of formation of calcium ion, we have a calcium atom. Calcium atom is symbolized by K. Is it changed into calcium ion Ca2+? Since it loses 2 electrons, we write it gives 2 electrons in addition to the formation of ion. Then nucleus calcium atom change into arrow calcium ion Ca2+ plus the number of electrons lost by calcium. Justify by calculating the charge of calcium ion. We want to prove that the charge of calcium ion is 2+ by calculation. The charge of ion relation is charge of ion is equal charge of protons plus the charge of total electrons. Charge of protons, the protons is, we have 20 protons times the relative charge of a 1 proton is 1 plus the total number of electrons is 20. Since it loses 2 electrons, we minus 2 multiplied by the relative charge of 1 electron is 1 minus. We have 20 plus we have 18 electrons. 18 multiplied by 1 minus 18 minus, so the total charge is 2 plus. We prove that the charge of calcium ion is 2 plus. Part 4, magnesium atom has the same chemical property as calcium. The same chemical property as calcium is an magnesium has the same chemical property as calcium. Chemical property as calcium, this means it is in same column. In same column is an same chemical property. Same chemical property and same column as magnesium. So as calcium. So magnesium is in column. We deduce that it is in column 2 and belong to third row. This means he is placed in the row 3 of the periodic table. In nature, we have different form of magnesium. We have magnesium 24 of mass number, and another magnesium has a mass number 25, and a third one 26. Choose the correct answer and then justify. We have the electron configuration of magnesium. Since it is in column 2, this means we have 2 valence electrons. Since it is in row 3, we have 3 energy level K, L, and M. So if we combine these two meanings, we can write K, L, and M. The number of valence electrons is 2. The outer energy level has 2 electrons. The other will be completed by 8 and 2. The total number, so the electron configuration of magnesium is K2L8M2. To find the atomic number, we calculate the number of electrons, which is 2 plus 8 plus 2 equal 12 electron. Since atom is neutral, then number of electrons equal number of protons equal to the atomic number Z, so it is equal to 12. What is the relation between these different forms of magnesium? The magnesium, they have all these different forms they have same symbol, same chemical symbol. They belong to same element. Then they belongs to same element. Same element, same atomic number and different mass number, as given different mass number with 24, 25, and 26. Different mass number. This means these atoms are isotopes. Compare the composition of 3 atoms. To compare the composition of the 3 atoms, we must compare the number of protons, number of electrons, and the number of neutrons among these isotopes. Since they are isotopes to have same atomic number, then all have same number of protons and same number of electrons, which is equal to 12, since the protons and electrons are equal to the atomic number. We must find the number of neutrons. In first isotope magnesium 24, by applying the relation N equal to A minus Z, is equal to 24 minus 12 is equal to 12. The second isotope magnesium 25, N equal 25 minus 12 is equal to 13. The third isotope, which is magnesium 26, the number of neutrons equal 26 minus 12, the atomic number, we have 14. Part 4.5, calculate the nuclear charge of magnesium. To calculate the nuclear charge of magnesium, the relation is relative nuclear charge. The relation is equal number of protons times relative charge of 1 proton. This is the relation to use to calculate the number of the relative charge of the nucleus. Number of proton is 12, and the relative charge of each proton is 1 plus, so is equal to 12 plus. And these isotopes have the same nuclear charge as magnesium 24. Justify. they have the same nuclear charge since they have same atomic number, which is the number of protons, as we say previously. And these isotopes have the same number of protons, so the charge of the protons will in each isotope will be equal to each other since we have same number of protons.